Let's picture a familiar moment. You open your eyes to the morning light. You shift under the covers, and there it is, that familiar, deep-seated stiffness in your lower back, or perhaps a catching feeling in your knees. It's the body's morning greeting, one we've come to accept as just another sign of the years passing. So, what do? We often push through it. We make that decisive move, swinging our legs over the side of the bed to start the day. It feels like an act of willpower, of getting on with things. But what if that very moment, that first decisive action, is where we've been misunderstanding our bodies completely? That stiffness isn't your body being lazy or giving up on you. It's simply asleep. Think of it this way. After hours of stillness, the fluid that cushions your joints has settled. Your major muscle groups are in a state of deep rest, not yet receiving the signals to engage. And your circulatory system is in a quiet, slow mode. To ask your body to go from 0 to 60 to bear your full weight, balance, and walk in that state is like starting a car on a cold morning and immediately flooring the accelerator. It's a strain on the entire system. This isn't about aging, it's about physiology. And this simple understanding is your first, most powerful tool. This moment of transition carries what we might call a quiet risk. It's quiet not because it's silent, but because it's so routine we seldom give it a second thought. Yet research into senior health reveals a sobering pattern. A substantial percentage of serious, life-altering falls occur right in the bedroom, often within those first few disoriented seconds after rising. Why there? Because that's where a sleeping, stiff body meets a sudden, urgent demand for complex movement. The brain says, get up, but the muscles, joints, and balance systems are simply not yet online. The result isn't just a stumble. It can be a fracture that begins a cascade toward lost independence. That is the core of the fear so many carry, not the fall itself, but what it represents. The good news, and this is crucial, is that this specific risk is not an inevitable part of getting older. It is a mechanical problem, and mechanical problems have strategic solutions. It doesn't have to be a game of chance. The key lies in that narrow window of time before your feet ever touch the floor. By choosing a specific, gentle sequence of movements first, you are doing far more than easing a few achy joints. You are performing a deliberate safety protocol. You are switching your body's systems from sleep to standby, building stability from the inside out. This transforms a vulnerable moment into one of profound self-care, directly protecting the active, independent life you value so deeply. Now, before we walk through each movement, I need to clarify something important. What we are about to do is not exercise. I want you to forget everything you associate with that word: the sweat, the counting of repetitions, the feeling of muscle burn, the pressure to perform. This is something entirely different. Think of this as preparation. It is a gentle, deliberate communication session between your mind and your body. Imagine a cold winter morning. You wouldn't get into your car, start the engine, and immediately slam the accelerator to the floor. You'd let it idle for a minute, allowing the fluids to circulate and the engine to gently warm. That's precisely what we're doing here. We are turning the key in your body's ignition and letting the systems wake up in the proper, safe sequence. We're going to gently encourage blood flow first, then wake up the neural pathways that send signals to your muscles, then lubricate the joints, and finally, gently activate the deep, supportive muscles. The entire process is a quiet conversation. You're sending a clear, safe message. We're about to move and stand. Let's get ready together, step by step. It is this philosophy, waking the system, not straining it, that removes all risk and transforms this from a chore into a powerful, protective ritual. To guide this conversation with your body, we follow 3 simple principles. Hold these in your mind, as they are your compass for safety and success. The first, and most important, is gentle. If you remember nothing else, remember this: you should never, ever feel pain. What you are looking for is a mild sensation, a gentle stretch, a soft awakening, a feeling of circulation. If something feels sharp or intense, you've gone too far. Ease back immediately. This is not a test of endurance, it's an act of care. The second principle is sequential. The order of these 7 movements is not random. It is a carefully designed progression that prepares your body in layers, much like getting dressed. You wouldn't put your shoes on before your socks. Similarly, we wake the circulation and nervous system before asking the larger muscles to engage, and we prepare the core before asking it to support us in standing. Skipping around defeats the entire purpose. Follow the sequence as given. The third principle is mindful. This is the secret ingredient. Don't just go through the motions. As you perform each movement, Pay close attention. Where do you feel a gentle pull? Which side feels tighter today? Is there a joint that feels particularly stiff or particularly fluid? This mindful attention transforms a simple routine into a powerful diagnostic tool. You will become an expert on your own body, learning something new about its needs each morning. With these 3 pillars, gentle, sequential, and mindful, firmly in place, you are now perfectly prepared. You understand the why and the how. So let's move on to the what, beginning with the very first movement you'll do while you're still lying comfortably in bed. Let's begin with what may be the most important movement of your entire day, and you don't even have to lift a limb. Lie comfortably on your back, perhaps with your knees bent if that feels better for your spine. Now, place one hand lightly on your chest and the other on your belly. This simple act of touch is your guide. Inhale slowly and deeply through your nose. As you do, focus on making the hand on your belly rise, while the hand on your chest stays as still as possible. Fill your lungs from the bottom up. Then, exhale slowly and completely through gently pursed lips, as if you're blowing out a candle. Feel your belly hand fall. This is not just breathing. This is diaphragmatic breathing, and it is a direct line to your nervous system. With each slow exhale, you are dialing down your body's stress response. You are activating what's called the parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest mode, which calms your heart rate and tells your entire cardiovascular system to wake up gently. It oxygenates your blood deeply. Do this for 5 to 8 full cycles. You will notice a shift. The morning mental fog begins to clear, replaced by a sense of calm readiness. You have now switched your body's internal state from one of potential stress to one of ease. With this foundation of calm and oxygen in place, you've prepared the most critical system first, and you're ready to gently wake the body itself. Now, keeping that sense of calm breath, we'll make our first physical movement a wonderfully simple one, focused on your feet and ankles. Still lying on your back, you can either lift one leg a few inches off the bed, or simply imagine drawing on the ceiling with your big toe. Slowly draw 5 to 10 smooth circles in one direction with that toe, making the circle as large as is comfortable. Then, reverse the direction for another 5 to 10 circles. After that, point your toes away from you, stretching through the top of your foot and ankle. Hold that for a moment, then pull your toes back toward your shin, feeling a stretch in your calf. Alternate between pointing and flexing a few times. Why start here? This is a masterstroke for your circulation. Your calf muscles are ingeniously designed as what physiologists call your second heart. With every contraction, they pump blood from your legs back up toward your core. By activating them gently like this, before you stand, you're pre-filling your circulatory system with oxygen-rich blood. This significantly reduces the lightheadedness some feel upon rising. Simultaneously, you're gently mobilizing and lubricating the ankle joint, a critical, but often forgotten, foundation for balance. Feel that gentle pull and warmth? That's your body awakening, ready for the next step. With your blood now flowing more effectively, we can turn our attention to the central pillar of your stability, your core. With your circulation awakened, we now turn to the very center of your stability, your core. And we'll start with one of the most gentle yet powerful movements for a stiff lower back. Keep lying on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the mattress, about hip width apart. Now bring your awareness to the small of your back, the space between your spine and the bed. Very gently, as if you're trying to press that part of your spine down to make light contact with the mattress. Do not lift your hips or do a big crunch. This is a subtle, internal rocking of the pelvis. Imagine you're tilting your pubic bones slightly upward toward your chin. You should feel a gentle engagement deep in your lower abdomen, almost like you're gently cinching a belt. Hold that gentle contraction for just a second, then slowly release. You're not building strength here. You're re-establishing a connection. You're waking up a deep muscle called the transverse abdominis, which acts as your body's natural, internal weightlifting belt. After a night's rest, this crucial stabilizer is often completely dormant. By gently engaging it now, while you're fully supported, you are creating internal stability and support for your spine before it ever has to bear a single pound of your body weight. This simple act of reconnection can fundamentally alter how supported and mobile your back feels from the moment you stand up. Now that we've gently engaged the back of your core's support system, let's connect it to the front. Now we'll gently integrate that core awareness with one of the most common areas of tightness, the hips and glutes. Still on your back with knees bent, we're going to perform a single leg knee to chest stretch. Here, support is everything. Slowly bring one knee toward your chest. You can lace your fingers together just below the knee, or simply use your hands to gently guide the leg. Do not pull or force it. The goal is not to get your knee to touch your chest, but to find a point of gentle, sustained release. Hold the leg there comfortably for 15 to 20 seconds. You should feel a pleasant stretch deep in the buttock of that leg, and perhaps a mild release in your lower back. This is not about intensity. It's about allowing a muscle that has shortened overnight to remember its length. Tight gluteal muscles are a primary culprit in morning stiffness and altered walking patterns. When they're tight, they can literally pull on your pelvis, tilting it and throwing your entire posture off balance the instant you stand. By giving them this gentle, supported stretch now, you are allowing your pelvis to settle back into its natural, neutral alignment. This sets the stage for a smoother, more stable gait. After you release that leg, take a moment before switching sides. You may already notice a difference in how one hip feels compared to the other. That feeling is valuable information about your body. Now, with your core engaged and your hips released, you've prepared your body's central pillar. It's time to focus on the joints that will bear the load, your knees and hips. Now we prepare the muscles that are absolutely essential for the act of rising, your quadriceps, the powerful muscles on the front of your thighs. This movement is about reminding them of their vital job before we ask them to perform it under your full weight. You have two safe options here. If you feel steady, you can gently scoot to sit on the edge of your bed, feet planted firmly on the floor. If you prefer to remain more supported, you can stay lying on your back. The movement is the same. Slowly straighten one knee, focusing intently on tightening and engaging that large muscle on the top of your thigh. Hold your leg straight for just 2 to 3 seconds. You should feel a firm contraction, not a strain, then slowly lower it back down. Did you feel that? That is the direct activation of your quadriceps, your body's primary get up and go muscles. Every time you rise from a chair or your bed, it is these muscles that do the lion's share of the work. By firing them in this completely safe, non-weight bearing position first, you are performing a crucial rehearsal. You are reminding the neural pathway from your brain to that muscle exactly what to do. Simultaneously, the motion of straightening the knee gently pumps synovial fluid throughout the joint, providing essential lubrication. Do 5 to 8 of these on each leg. You're not building bulk, you're building a reliable, well-oiled command system. With the knee joint now prepared and engaged, let's connect its action to the hip for a more integrated movement. Now, for our final preparatory movement, we focus on an area of the spine that quietly governs so much of our freedom of movement, the upper back, or thoracic spine. This is the part of your spine your rib cage attaches to, and it is designed to rotate. Staying seated tall on the edge of your bed, place your hands gently on your shoulders, elbows out to the sides. Now, slowly and smoothly rotate your entire upper body to look over one shoulder, as if you're glancing at something directly behind you. Let your head follow the turn naturally. Go only as far as feels comfortable. There should be no sharp pain, just a gentle stretch across your chest and around your spine. Hold that turn position for one full, easy breath, then slowly unwind back to the center. Pause, and repeat to the other side. This simple twist is deceptively powerful. The thoracic spine is prone to stiffness, especially if we spend a lot of time sitting. When it's rigid, it forces your neck and lower back to do all the turning, which leads to strain. But more importantly, mobility here is critical for balance and for safe, everyday actions like checking your blind spot before changing lanes, or looking behind you as you back up. This is your final piece of physical preparation. You have calmed your system, awakened circulation, engaged your core, mobilized your hips and knees, and now opened up your spine. Every major system is now online and ready. The moment of integration is here. This is at the moment where everything comes together. You are no longer a stiff body making a sudden, risky move. You are a prepared individual executing a safe transition. Sit comfortably on the edge of your bed, your feet planted firmly and squarely on the floor, about hip width apart. Before you move a muscle, take one last, deep, diaphragmatic breath. Feel the calm and the readiness. This is your power pause, a moment of intentional control. Place your hands palm down on the mattress, on either side of your hips. This gives you stability and a gentle assist. Now, follow these 3 simple steps, slowly and mindfully. Step 1. Initiate the movement not by jumping up, but by leaning your chest forward. Gently hinge at your hips, bringing your nose over your toes. This shifts your center of gravity forward, over your base of support. Step 2. Now, press down firmly through your entire foot, heels and balls as if you're pushing the floor away. As you press, consciously engage those quadriceps on the front of your thighs and the glutes in your seat, the very muscles you just awakened and strengthened. Feel their power. Step 3. As your legs do the primary work of lifting you, use your arms for only light assistance. pushing gently off the bed. Rise smoothly and with control, all the way to a full, tall stand. Do not lock your knees. Once standing, take another. Power pause. Stand still for a few seconds. Feel your feet grounded, your posture tall, your balance steady. Breathe. Now notice. Feel the profound difference. There is no lurch, no wobble, no gripping fear. Your body is awake, lubricated, stable, and fully supported from within. You didn't just get out of bed. You performed a deliberate, safe protocol. You integrated 7 movements of preparation into one flawless, confident action. This feeling, this security and control is the ultimate goal. It is the physical proof that your few minutes of preparation were worth every second. With this successful integration complete, the question becomes how to make this powerful sequence a natural, effortless part of every single morning. Now that you've felt the power of this integrated rise, let's talk about how to make it your own sustainable ritual. The most important thing to know is this: you do not need to perfect all 7 movements on the first day. In fact, I strongly advise against it. That would feel like a chore, and this must never become a chore. Instead, think of this as building a habit with kindness. Start small. For your first week, choose just 3 foundational movements. Perhaps begin with the deep breathing to center yourself, then the ankle circles for circulation, and finish with the gentle pelvic tilts to engage your core. Do only those 3, consistently, every morning for 7 days. This builds the ritual without overwhelm. Once that feels like a natural part of your waking routine, you can gradually add 1 new movement every few days. The entire sequence, once you are fully familiar with it, should take no more than 5 to 7 peaceful minutes. Time it if you like. You'll be surprised how short it feels. This is not a workout to be extended. It is a precise preparation to be completed. Your body is your guide. If any movement causes a sharp or shooting pain, not a gentle stretch, simply skip it that day. Your mattress is your tool. On a very soft surface, movements might feel less stable. On a very firm one, you may need to make your motions even more subtle. The goal is the ritual itself, those few dedicated minutes of mindful connection and physiological preparation before the world makes its demands. This is not another item on your to-do list. It is a daily gift of security, comfort, and proactive care that you give to yourself. It is an investment in your own independence. Customize it, adapt it, but protect the time for it. Make this sequence yours. And when you do, you'll start to notice its benefits echoing far beyond the bedroom, transforming not just how you rise, but how you move through your entire day. When you commit to this morning ritual, the benefits begin to ripple outward, touching parts of your day you might not have expected. Think of the difference not just in that first moment of standing, but in the hour that follows. You may notice your typical morning stiffness doesn't linger as long or as intensely. Because your joints are lubricated and your muscles are awake, your body doesn't have to waste energy fighting through that initial resistance. That conserved energy becomes usable energy for a fuller breakfast, a more engaged conversation, or pursuing a hobby you love. The act of starting your day mindfully, with slow breath and gentle attention, sets a calmer, more focused tone for your mind as well. It can lift your mood simply because you began with an act of self-care, not a reaction to discomfort. But perhaps the most significant change is one you feel in your posture and in your spirit, a quiet, deep-seated confidence. You have met the day not as a victim of your body's limitations, but as its capable steward. You performed a smart, proactive protocol. That knowledge that you possess a simple, effective tool to care for yourself fundamentally shifts your outlook. It carries into how you walk, how you carry your groceries, how you approach a staircase. You move with the subconscious assurance of someone who has prepared their foundation. That vulnerable, risky first minute of the day has been transformed. It is no longer a moment of vulnerability to be rushed through, but a foundation of strength to be built upon. It becomes a private source of power that supports you for the next 16 hours, reminding you that within your own routine lies the key to greater comfort and autonomy. As we close, I must share some essential cautions with the same care with which we shared the movements. This routine is designed for maximum safety, but your body and your specific health history are unique. You are the ultimate authority on what you feel. There are clear signals that mean stop. If you experience any sharp, shooting, stabbing, or electrical pain during a movement, this is distinct from a gentle stretching sensation. You must cease immediately. Do not push through it. Similarly, if you feel sudden dizziness, lightheadedness, a significant loss of balance, or a new feeling of instability or giving way, in a joint, that is your body asking you to pause. These are non-negotiable red flags. Furthermore, if you have been diagnosed with severe osteoporosis, have undergone recent joint replacement surgery, especially hip or knee, or have uncontrolled high or low blood pressure, it is imperative that you consult with your personal physician or a qualified physical therapist before beginning this or any new movement practice. Take this outline, show them the 7 movements, and have a conversation. This is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. It is crucial to understand that this is preventive wellness education, not a medical treatment or a substitute for professional care. We are not treating a disease. We are cultivating daily habits for better mobility and safety. Your long-term well-being and independence depend on this distinction. When these guidelines are respected, this practice becomes a profound, sustainable act of self-care. It empowers you to take an active, informed role in preserving your own mobility. But the foundation of that empowerment is always safety. When in doubt, the rule is simple: pause. Do not proceed. Seek personalized guidance. Making the safe choice is always the right choice. When followed with this mindful awareness, this small morning ritual can become a cornerstone of your confidence and comfort for years to come. You now have all you need to begin tomorrow. Even one movement, performed with gentleness, is a powerful step toward greater comfort and independence. This practice adds life to your years, starting from your very first awake moment. Your body is ready. Rest easy tonight, knowing a smoother morning awaits.